Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can tell from the title of this video, we're going to be doing a goal review. I cannot believe that we are in June, but we're already at the middle of the year. So what better time than to just go over all my goals with you and the progress I've made so far and all of the goals that I set for myself for this year. And I also want to preface this by saying that I hope that this video inspires you to start tracking your goals on Notion, because as you can see, I'm going to be showing you in the first portion of this video just how I track my goals on Notion and how I use my habit tracker and my projects task tracker in order to make sure that I'm actually following through. Okay, how are my goals, how are they? Just so amazing brain can just get that cohesive view of everything that you're doing, of how you're doing. So it's not just a case of, okay, you're just looking at your goals and it's like, okay, yeah, I think I did this. Oh, okay, I think I did this. But no, you can actually see the stats, you can see the data, you can see the data based on your habits, you can see the tasks that you've been doing, the tactics, the weekly projects that you've been working on towards that goal. Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be doing in this video. So if you want to see how I do my own and also get inspiration on the goals that you may want to have for this other half of the year, and just my habits, my identities that I'm embodying in my life as of right now, then make sure you keep on watching. Okay guys, so we're first of all going to be going over my process. First goal that I have for this year, I divided them into identities and project goals. So that means that what identities I want to embody, and that is where I got my habits from. And then the project goals I'm working on, that is like things that I need to do, things I need to have. So I have tactics every week that I work on them in order to achieve them. So I'm going to be showing you first of all how I do my habit tracking system. So the first thing I do for my habit tracking system is, of course, I track my habits every single day. So the way I did it is that I use a point-based system. So for each of my habits, I have 1 point for each day. So if I did it well, then I give myself 1 point. If I didn't do it as well as I could have, but I still did something, that's 0.8 or 0.5. And then if I didn't do it at all, that's 0. And if, for instance, I didn't do it, but it's not my fault, I give myself a 0.2, so as you can see. So every single day from Monday, I add it. And then when it gets to Tuesday, whatever score I have, I add it again. So for instance, if I did one habit really well on Monday, I'll give myself a 1. Then on Tuesday, when I go back to update my list, maybe I didn't do it as well, and I give myself a 0.5, I'll just add 0.5 to 1. So that will give me 1.5 for Tuesday. So that's like the cumulative score for Tuesday. Hope you get that, because this is really important, because this is what we're going to be using in order to review my goals, my progress in that. So by the end of the week, which is Friday, I should have all of my goals over 5. So as you can see, this is what it was. This is reality. And I just love this one because it's just like the actual view. It's not a case of, okay, it's just like a score and you just like check. But no, like there are nuances, right? And once you have all these, scores that are like nuanced, when you can add them up, you know that what you're looking at is actually the real thing. So yeah, so that is for the daily, what I do daily. Then every week at the end of the week, so I go over my habits. So as you can see, I arrange my habits. A plus, that's A plus. I did everything to the T. And then I have B, which is that C, D, E. So this is like a formula. I did a formula for me in order to get this, but this A, B, C is just based on like the score I got. So as you can see, C is usually 3 to 4, then B is usually 4 to 4.9, and then A is 5 over 5. And then so every single day, in order to make sure that I am staying on top of my game in terms of tracking it, and I have this stage where I get to track for the month. So let me show you what I mean by that. So if I open up this goal, as you can see, if I open up months, as you can see, I have the scoring for each of the months. And that just helps in order for me to just have a cohesive view, as I said before. So as you can see now here, say I got like 6. I'm just putting 6 so that it should be in the bottom totally. So what I will now do is, okay, I've gotten 1 for June already, so I'll now add it. So that will now make it 7. I hope you understand the vibe. So that's basically what I just do in order to make sure that my habits are being tracked properly for the month. So I'll be doing this every single week. So for the 4 weeks of June, I will now get my total score, which is what like I got for the other months, as you saw. So yeah, that's basically what I do every single day and week in order to keep my monthly listing. So as you can see now here, this is my H1. So this is the score. As you can see, let me show you the formula that I did for this one. So I have a Q1 and Q2. So Q1 has added all of the January, February, and March this thing together, and then I now divided it by 12 so that I would get over 5 because I wanted to be over 5. So for my H1 as well, my H1 now added Q1 and Q2 over 2 so that I can get a score of over 5. So that is just basically that for that. So I'm just going to go in over all of my goals just so I can get a view of what I'm doing. For each goal, I have a daily habit, and then I also have quarterly goals. So those are my project goals. So as you can see here now, for Make Seed a successful business empire, yes, that is the goal. Create something to share with the world, keep in touch with niche community, post free value content on LinkedIn, and work on my freelance business. So so if you don't already know, before I was like doing Notion as a digital products thing, but I feel like I want to go into freelancing because I really do feel like this Notion thing, I got it on lockdown and I really want to, just explore that side. This is going to be the first time that I'm going to do something like this. So I'm really, really excited. Honestly, it has been really, really tough trying to get back again and trying to convince myself to do business again because, child, I have failed a lot of times, but it is what it is. You just have to keep on going, you just have to keep on trying and trying and trying until you finally get it. So yeah, that is what I'm going to be doing for that. So as you can see, posting consistently on Instagram, that was a goal that I had before, but I'm not doing that anymore. So this is scrapped because right now Instagram is just not it. When I was doing like the best Week project thing, I did ads, nothing came through. And immediately I started posting on YouTube once I started posting the challenge videos on YouTube, guys, people got the free PDF. I think up to like 40 people, 50 people. It was insane. And I was just like, why am I now wasting money and also wasting time on Instagram? Like honestly, I don't know, but Instagram, we're scrapping Instagram. Okay, so first considering on LinkedIn, that's for like the freelance business, and I really want to launch that really, really, really well next quarter, which is Q3. So that's why that did not start yet. Then bag my first client, that started already. I'm already working on products because I already have a client in mind. It's kind of like an online school, and I want to create like a student portal for them, but I want to first of all get into it by offering a free service. So I want to put their curriculum on Notion because I feel like it would really make sense to be able to see based on categories. And yeah, so I'm going to be going in depth in this later on because I'm creating a series, a newbie freelancer trying to get into the freelancing world. So I'm going to be making a series about awareness, be talking about that. But yeah, and then create service packages. So of course that's for the freelancing business, but I'm going to be starting to do like the broader, for now I really just want to hone in on what I want to do for this client that I have. And then next quarter we're going to go into trying to make it broad, trying to promote myself and all of that. It's on YouTube, of course, because I've been doing YouTube. It's going to be 4 years, I believe, which is insane. And YouTube, guys, this analytics, because as you can see, pay attention to the analytics. So I check the analytics for my videos, and guys, it's really bad. Please, guys, if you're watching this video now, if you're here now, please okay, just try to watch to the end because my analytics are not really. I don't talk about it, but anyways, the habits that I have for that as post one piece of content, engage within YouTube to build reach. So this is a new habit that I want to start doing. So yeah, and then also grow content library on YouTube, continue posting videos, and pay attention to the analytics. So every single week, I'm going to be checking the previous video that I posted just to see okay what is happening. Just be in the analytics page because yeah, because I really want to get monetized because I love doing YouTube and it would be really nice to at least be getting some compensation and then have an impactful personal brand. So of course this is the same thing as well. Create something to share with the world, post one piece of content, post free value content on LinkedIn. So that's like also my personal brand as well. So as you can see, some habits are in other goals as well, and that's one of the advantages of Notion. You can really just personalize it and just tag different things. So as you can see, of course, go content library on YouTube, then utilize lead magnets to build warm audience. So yeah, I want to be using those lead magnets, for example, my templates, PDF templates, but also Notion templates. I think I want to make some of the templates that I made just like the really, really, really simplified version, and then I will now turn it into a free one so that people can try out Notion from my page and just see how they like it, and then also improve packaging of videos. So I've actually done this one already. So of course I'm working on that because I want to, create like just make my videos more better, the thumbnails better, the video, editing better, all of that, and then launch and maintain freelance business. So of course, freelance business challenge. So of course, as I said, I want to make that part of my personal brand where I'm trying to get into the world of freelancing and just for other people to just hop along and all of that. And then we also have a creator. So for this one, this is a creator. This is my identity. So this is where, they create something to share with the world came to be. So yeah, just creating things because me, I love creating. I love, right from time when I was younger, I just love creating. I loved writing. I loved designing. And I just want that to be a part of my life where I create, like I am a creator and I create things. So yeah, that is just that for that. So we have community. A kind person, what does that mean for me? So for right now, the only habit that I have for this one is say a kind word to someone. So this could be in person or this could be on social media. So yeah, that's just like reminding myself to just give compliments and just be nice to people and just yeah, just compliment. If you like something, tell someone that you like something. So that's really like what I wanted to go with that one. And then for this identity, I wanted this to be a good friend. So when I'm talking to my family, I want to make sure that I am present while I'm talking to them. So when I'm talking to my family, I want to be present and I want to talk to them. I want our interaction to be as deep as possible. And also a dog mom, because I'm a dog mom and I don't know if this is supposed to be in community, but I just didn't have any other, life area to put it in. So I just put it into communities. As you can see, the habits that I have for this are play with Rexy, just play with him, and then morning walk and evening walk. Although this is like tied into my health, but that's also good for him because it's good to take your dog out to walk, to pee, all of that. And then for my faith, I want to be a knowledgeable lady of God's word. I do my quiet study time with Jesus every single morning. I read my entire Bible in 1 year plan and I read my nighttime devotion. So those are the habits that I'm trying to read every single day. Let's make sure that I am a knowledgeable lady of God's word because it's not just enough to say you're a Christian, it's not just enough to go to church, but you actually know the word of God. Is the word of God something that is in you and that is evident in your life? So yeah, that's just that. And then also my project goal is have consistent fast days. So of course, because that was how I began my encounter with Jesus and I want to keep that as a part of my life skill. So that's why I do consistent fast days every single Friday. I fast till 3 every single Friday for that. And then we have read the entire Bible at least once. Guys, as I mentioned in like my vlog, this has really tested my faith, not because it's hard to do, but just because when you read the Bible, you just get to really, because like most of the time in Christianity, it can be like, oh, just Jesus and how Jesus has saved you, and but when you now read the Old Testament, it now gets to the point where it's like there's this like I don't want to talk too much about it, but anyways, yeah. So of course I'm reading this on the Bible app. Really, really, really nice, guys. Like it's so amazing just getting to be able to do something like this and just be able to have a holistic view of who Jesus is, not just based on like sermons you read or sermons you watch or like Bible plans you read, but actually reading the actual Bible chronologically. So yeah, I'm really, really happy that I've gotten to do that. And of course, as you can see, 93, so that's really nice. And then a Christ-like lady. This is going well as so. For this one, I'm not going to show the daily habit that I do because that's kind of I don't want to put myself out there. So yeah. And then for my finances, we'll have a portfolio of investments. So this is just checking for new investments on my Givest app. So every single day I just check, okay, what are the investments that I can have. So I've kept money aside. So and because that thing sells out really, really fast. So you have to be checking every single day just to make sure that you're on track with that. And then a good steward of money. So this is tracking my expenses every single day. I use a spreadsheet where I track my expenses week by week. So this just helps make sure that I am on track with everything that I do. And then of course make my first millionaire. So for this one, as you can see, it's basically everything that I am doing for the career, for like the seed, because of course that's the way I'm going to make my money. So she means business. And then for my health and wellness, so a self-aware lady, that is just being self-aware. The daily habits I have for this are tracking my fitness progress. So that is my, meal plan and also my steps, stuff like that. And then also tracking my symptoms on my Clue app, which is my period app. And then yeah, I want to be a wellness girly. So these are the wellness girly habits that I do every single day. So we have, lemon infused water, sleep before 10, wake up by 5 a.m., tidy up house, take ginger shots, and then also track symptoms on my Clue app. So this is really going well as well. And then keep my adult weight off. So at the beginning of this year, even though last year I was really on top of my fitness game, I was working out well, I was working out, but I was still adding weight. I was still getting bigger. And I was like, hold up. We're not doing that. I'm not doing that with you. Get fat. I'm sorry, but I'm sorry, but it's just not happening. Okay, we are not doing that. We don't do that over here. Fat? No. Okay, I was like, no, we got it. We got to keep this up because if like we women, I think they said that we have like a second puberty where we, add more weight or we like just go through changes in our bodies. And my body was changing. I was like, hold up, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Because like last year when I was working out really well, I was like, why am I not losing weight? Like I'm working out now, but eating, guys, once you can be on a calorie deficit. Chef's kiss. I even want to make a video about this because there are so many things, like so many nuances, like just things that really did, change the game for me. And guys, it's not even a case of, oh, okay, I'm starving myself, I'm not eating, sweet things. No, if there's pizza, I'm gonna eat it. If there's ice cream, I'm going to eat it. But just a calorie deficit and also intermittent fasting, guys. Just this, I'm going to talk about it later. But anyways, as you can see, these are the habits that I have with this. So eat according to meal plan, track fitness progress, take more than 8,000 steps each day, do evening workout, take morning walk, take evening walk, stomach vacuuming, all of that. And everything got into a total of 88 points. I've not been saying the 88 points, but anyways. So a good body lady, this is still the same thing, but the only thing is that this one is a project goal and this one is a habit goal. And then for this one we have a flexible goal because I just like the idea of being flexible. Okay, I like the idea of being flexible. So as you can see, I do a morning stretch and then also a split stretch. So I'm doing a split challenge at the moment, so that's really nice. It has been tough, it has been humbling when you notice that, because all these stitch you may look at them like, oh, I can do that, and then you try to do it and you're like, this is hard. But it has been really nice, because I want to be able to split. And split I will do by the end of this year. I'm going to do it. I just started the split challenge this month, so yeah. And also a clean lady, I want to make sure that my apartment is clean, my environment is clean. So as you can see, the habits I have for this: tidy up house, bathe and dress up, and also have an evening bath and skincare, and have a healthy environment. So I want to have that. So as you can see, that is tidy up house and then have consistent reset days. My reset days are Saturdays and Sundays, where I clean the house, my room, clean my bathroom, all of that. I'll make a video about that as well because I do a lot of things. So as you can see, this is 94%. So yeah, that is basically that for that. And then for my mental well-being, so I want to be an optimistic lady. Okay, I do not want to be a negative, because for this year, because I'm used to doing business again, I really want to make it a thing for me to be optimistic, for me to notice when I'm thinking bad thoughts, when I'm thinking negative thoughts, and realign that. So as you can see here now, every single day I want to be identifying and reframing negative thoughts of the day. So if I'm going throughout the day, I want to be able to catch those thoughts and reframe them, which is why I'm really happy that I'm using How We Feel, because How We Feel is a really good app that helps you to be conscious of the feelings that you're having, and then also have a mirror gazing sesh. So this is while I'm getting ready to go to sleep. So I just look at the mirror and just like, okay, look at myself, and yeah, that's not really going so well for me because that's 81%, and as you can see, it could be better. But yeah, and then we also have solid self-maintenance routines. Okay, so for this one, it's mostly my quarterly goals. So as you can see, I have consistent self-therapy sessions, I have consistent admin days, I have consistent reset days, self-care sessions, and planning sessions. So this is just really important, and I put this in mental well-being because that's it. Like, it's about your mental, like how do you feel? Because doing all these things, doing self-therapy days, making sure that you're doing your admin so that all these little tasks that may get unnoticed are being done, so that you can have mental clarity and have mental space to actually work on the things that you're supposed to be working on. So yeah, that's just that. And then also we have a mindful lady. So for this one, this is have emotional awareness check-ins, do day one journal prompt of the day, take a power nap, and mindfulness sesh outside. So yeah, these are the things that I do just to make sure that I'm mindful and all of that. And as you can see, it's really okay. At least it's 88 And then we have personal growth. So reviewed my wardrobe in my style, a put together lady, a professional lady, an intellectually sound lady. So reviewed my wardrobe in my style. Of course, I'm 26, so I have to make sure that I am dressing the way I'm supposed to be dressing and my clothes are reflecting me. So that is, I think I'm getting really drawn to muted tones now, beige, just clean girl aesthetic. I think that's the vibe. So yeah, and then of course, since I sew, and also because clothes are really expensive now, so I'm actually really happy that I sew. So yeah, so the habit for this one is have is true sewing sesh, and then the project goal is create clothes that I need and love. So it's not just a piece of, okay, I like this clothes, but does that really align with me? Does that really align with, who I'm trying to be, who I am? And then I put together lady. So as you can see, this is bathe and dress up, log outfit on Index, which is my app where I, log my outfits and have my evening bath and skincare. So that's that for that. And a purpose driven lady. So I want to make sure that I am going based on purpose every single day. So of course I have like a daily schedule that I make during my planning sessions. So follow daily schedule, that's that, and this is the score for that. And then have consistent planning sessions, which I do every single Saturday night. And then we have intellectual and intellectually sound lady. So for this one, this is just 20 minutes of self-development reading and taking my daily brain exercises. So I do brain exercises with Lumosity, and I read a self-development book for 20 minutes every single day, and that is going well, as you can see. And the last but not least, we have our recreation. So I sew and I also read as a hobby. So for this one, as you can see, it's sewist. So I'll already talk about this later on. Have a true and true sewing sesh. So this is just after that. And then we have a reader. So of course, 20 minutes of fiction reading. I love reading. Reading is really, really fun for me. It's really therapeutic for me. So I also read fiction books apart from the self-development books that I read, of course. So guys, that is basically that for that. That is that for all of my 33 goals that I am doing. So as you can see here now, this is just a list. So I've sorted this out by this score that I have here, which I've already explained, which is a accumulation of all of the scores that I've given myself based on my habits for these goals. So yeah guys, that's basically that for this video. Thank you so much for watching to the end. I hope you got some ideas on the goals that you may set for yourself, the habits that you would want to incorporate into your life, and that's just what I would highly recommend that you take this step, because I know that this may look like a lot, but that's just because I followed a process. And now I really do feel, as you can see, I'm living a balanced life where in all the areas of my life, I have certain things that I do every single day in order to make sure that I am becoming the person that I want to be. I am the person that I am being the person that I want to be in all the areas of my life. So of course, every time that I wake up, I feel good. I feel good about myself because I know that no matter what, I am still doing things that matter to me and things that I have said that yes, this is important to me. And yeah, so I would highly recommend. I have a video, not even a video, it's like a playlist where I take you guys step by step on how you can create this kind of systems for yourself, how you can create identities, habits, long-term visions, all of those things. To leave the playlist down in the description box so that you can check that out. So yeah guys, that's basically that for that. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. If you did that, you are a real one, and honestly I'm really glad that you are here. And since you got to the end, I'm glad that you were able to get some value from this video as well. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.